Chase, what's so switching bikes? What was the thing that you absolutely loved going to KTM first time you rode the bike, and what's one thing you're still working on coming into well, a short, not that long away,
Yeah.
still working on a couple things.
Um, I think the biggest thing right when I got on the bike was just like the stability it has. It's pretty planted to the ground, which is nice. Like even today, I feel like I can turn like in flat off of like a big like say like there's a rhythm section into a flat turn. I can kind of land with my foot out and trust that I'm going to turn and not get like a wash or some sort of like knife feeling. One thing we're working on is just kind of like I said, getting more of a not a Japanese style feel, but like more feeling, I guess you could say, like a plusher feel, which is it's not a huge deal, but it's something that I liked with the Honda and something we're trying to transfer over. But just small stuff at this point, and the motor, we did a lot of work on the motor. It's that's also a lot different than the Honda. It's very, I would say, broad and easy to ride, but for me, I ride really in the torque of the power, and we were kind of working on that aspect in the starts and stuff like that. So that kind of stuff is pretty much sealed and ready to go, and just working on some small stuff.
Did you have much relationship with AP before going over there? I mean, obviously everybody loves AP. He's awesome, but like, did you really know him or?
Yeah, we were just talking. Aaron was in California for like the photo shoot and stuff. We don't obviously get to train day to day because he's at Alden's, but we spent a lot of time together. 2015-ish, I was riding for Star on Yamaha when I was amateur, and I was training full time, or not full time, but pretty much the whole winter in California. And AP was obviously pro, and he was kind of like my my big brother at one point. He was kind of taking. I didn't have a car or anything. I couldn't drive, so he was taking me around when Swanee couldn't, and we had a lot of time in his van with. He has this big old stereo. We'd just be jamming out and driving and hanging out.
I got
NMXM.
Yeah, NMXM. You took number 4. We all saw that. We talked about this on our show a bunch. Like, 486, we know that was your number, and we saw photos. And Blake Baggett had 4 since Carmichael. But there was some people that I saw that were like a little bit of a backlash. I would have always took a single-digit number if I can, because that's awesome. What did you think of having the 4 on your bike, and did you deal with some grief at all for some reason?
You're always going to deal with
some
backlash. No one's always going to agree with what you're doing, but my first ever number was 4. I have pictures of me on a PW. I think it was either my first or second race with number 4 on. I have only 2 pictures of it. It was it's pretty cool though. It's just me number 4 on a PW 50, and that was really the birth of 486. I was 4. I wanted to be 4. That was my favorite number. And my dad was 286. So you couldn't be 4. You can't be a single digit. So I had to pick a different number, and I just went to 486, and my dad was 286, and I wanted to be 4. So I just kind of put those 2 together, and then that was really my whole, obviously, amateur career was 486, and then come when you race pro, obviously, I got a career number. I only ran 40 the first year because I ran like 6 or 7 races my rookie outdoor series, and I got 40, and then I went to 23. I got a permanent number pretty fast, and 23 was awesome. It was something I could relate to with the Michael Jordan. It's my birthday, September 23rd, so that was cool to have that. But to me, I mean, 23 felt good, but it never felt like a home for me, like a number that I really liked it, but it never felt right to me. And I think for me, I've always liked even numbers, and 4 has been my favorite number since I've been racing and since I can remember. So that was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up, and people can say what they want, but it's a new chapter for me, and I can write my own story with it.
Yeah, I like it. It's good, and I get it. And I would always pick a single digit if I'm these riders that win.
And you don't get to wear it till May, right?
Yeah.
So you got to wait, actually, right? You still got to wait.
Yeah, you can see it. I have it in the one. It's like a little bit of like a
shadow.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's like a shadow kind of thing. It's cool. I'm excited to run it though. It'd be cool for outdoors having a different number. And
And
I'm
if
like,
you,
it looks,
what I don't get to is like, hey, Baggett ran it for years.
Yeah.
Calm down, everybody. Do you not remember Blake
I think-
Baggett? Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, of course.
how I look at it is you look at LeBron, he's 23, or I mean, he's 6, sometimes 23, but MJ was 23. There's been so many guys that have been, it's a number. You have to write your own story with it, and I feel like I can be very successful with it. So
that's at some point it's
I'm
got
not
to.
worried about what was really in the past.
It's
I just wanna
at
do
some
my
point the legendary of what it is. It
moves
just
on.
changes. It moves on. And whatever it was.
I will say though, the red 23 Jordan Illinois Alpine Star
Oh
stuff,
yeah, it really
that
worked.
was sick.
It did really work.
That was sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to make it a new
And I was
one.
going to say to your first number 4, anybody that goes to the first race, the easiest one is either 1 with tape or a 7.
Oh yeah.
And then the other little leg is a 4.
It's a 4.
The tape speaks for itself. Like if you're going to tape numbers on the
Spoken
bike.
like a true promoter.
Well,
Hey, just be number 4.
now it's transponders. All
Yeah.
right, everything was transponders. So.
Chase Sexton on the Pulp MX Show brought to you by Decal Works. Visit Decal MX. Use the promo code PulpMX23. You get 20% off your custom graphics. Red Bull KTM. Chase Sexton's team runs Decal Works for the graphics, so please check that out. Decal Works, #1 for many reasons. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing Anaheim 1. It's always great. Like,